and fostering the area's natural beauty and ecology. The club has introduced and sponsored many projects and programs that educate and inform both members and residents. During World War I, members focused on the development of children's gardens, and by 1918 they were supervising over 100 sites to encourage sustainable food growing and vegetable canning as part of the home front effort. With farmers off to the war in Europe, RGC members established a unit of farmerettes, a program that housed and helped young women who, out of patriotism and financial need, stepped in to till the fields. During the next 20 years, the club participated in many civic projects, including the beatification of the scenic drive in Atlantic Highlands, planting sycamore trees on Route 36, and wearing their Queen Mary hats, motoring to Trenton to join the fight to have billboards removed from the New Jersey landscape. Over the years, projects evolved from this dedication to beautify, conserve, and preserve the natural integrity of the area, and many plantings have been made in areas as diverse as hospitals, historic sites, and community centers. Part of our civic commitment borders on the philanthropic. In 1930, members began a therapy program to provide holiday cheer to charities and the less fortunate in the area. Renamed Christmas Greens Workshop in 1954, the RGC still gathers on the first Saturday in December to utilize their talents and clippings from their gardens to decorate wreaths and create centerpieces for over a dozen local charities and civic organizations.
Hi, my name is Perry Harrison. I'm a member of the Rumson Garden Club. I've been a member since 2005. Currently, my position with Rumson is I'm program chair. This year we've got a great group of programs that we're going to have, from flower arranging, conservation with Baykeepers of New Jersey. We have someone that's going to come teach us how to make terrariums. I've also worked with Christmas Greens since I started at the club. Christmas Greens helps many different organizations in our area. We have the ladies come make flower arrangements for some of the nursing homes and for the hospitals. We decorate the libraries. And we have participation from all of our members, which is a great way to get involved. Many of our new members, that's a great way to get started in the club. People collect greens from their gardens, and we just have a great time.
In addition, the Garden Club donates funds to various public gardens and conservation associations. In 1987, the New Jersey Committee of the GCA was established with the help and inspiration of Millicent Johnson, past president of GCA and of our club, and in 1994 she was the primary force behind the establishment of the New Jersey Growing Fund, which awards grants for worthy projects throughout the state. The RGC has received 4 of these grants to underwrite its civic projects. Our club has enjoyed a long-term relationship with the town of Rumson and its school system. In 1919, the club, working through the schools, established the Children's Home Garden Program and continued to involve children in starting seeds, growing flowers, and planting trees over the years. In 1942, the club landscaped the Forestdale School, and in 2000, we sponsored a competition for Millennium Garden at the school's entrance. It is now maintained and enjoyed by the students. The New Jersey Growing Fund awarded the RGC a grant in 2002 to heat and cultivate plant materials at the Forestdale Greenhouse, which continues to serve as a living classroom for the entire school. Another grant enabled a butterfly garden to be created. In 1955, the Rumson Garden Club, under the leadership of Millicent Johnson, undertook the first restoration of the cow pond, a natural spring-fed pond on the former Parmley estate, which was a feature of the new Rumson Middle School. 50 years later, in 2005, the RGC, led by Jeannie Shandley as Civics Chair, embarked on a second restoration of the cow pond at Dean Porter School, and in 2006, the club sponsored a tour of the completed wildlife habitat there. Jean describes our efforts.
I'm standing in front of the wildlife habitat at the Dean Porter School, and Our relationship with the school goes back to Millicent Johnson in the 50s, when she actually came in and landscaped around the school. And since then, we've established a Millennium Garden in the front of the school. We established a greenhouse where we worked with the children. And we also established a butterfly garden. So we've had an ongoing relationship. This is the most recent project. It's a wildlife habitat that was partially funded by a grant from the New Jersey Committee. And then we raised additional funds. And we created a learning environment for the kids where they can come out and work with specimens from the water, see the birds, and see the different types of animals living here. Our involvement with the school is positive for everybody because the kids enjoy learning from our members, and the members enjoy working with the children in the schools and seeing them on a up close basis. In addition to the school, we also have a number of projects in town. We maintain the beds at West Park, we maintain the beds at Buena Vista, Avenue of Two Rivers. We also work at the library, plant the library window boxes and maintain those all through the summer. And we do the Sign of Crazies. So we work on keeping the town as pretty as possible.
Another ongoing civics project was the installation of window boxes at the Oceanic Public Library in 1962. From early spring to late fall, members still plant and maintain them and add greens for the winter months. The reach of RGC's civic arm extends beyond the town's border, and one of its interests has been the historic Twin Lights Lighthouse in the Highlands. In 1966, the club appropriated money to landscape the grounds, and in 1977 and 1978, under the leadership of Millicent Johnson and Pat Buxbaum, the RGC secured the runner-up awards of $200 from the Garden Club of America's Founders Fund to help plan a renovation which was subsequently completed. And in 1978, the ladies retrieved the original Fresnel lens from Boston. Millicent reminisces.
We used to do a lot of work up at Twin Lights, the historic site up in the Highlands. We used to actually go up and work, now that I think about it. In the springtime, we would go up and we would do all the pruning. We were able to get grants to do the brickwork. And the lady who was chairman of Twin Lights always felt that we should get the Frenzel lens, the famous Frenzel lens, which was at the, up in Boston, in their science museum. And Pat Buxbaum and I made an appointment, and we went up. And when we got there, there was the Frenzel lens right at the top of the escalator, one of their main exhibits. We spoke with the gentleman in charge, and he finally said, "Well, why have you come?" And we said, "We've come to ask for the lens back." Believe it or not, when we were leaving, he said, "Were you really quite serious in wanting the lens back?" We said, "Yes, we feel it would be most appropriate." 2 weeks later, he called me and said, "Mrs. Johnson, if you would like to have the lens, you may have it, but you'll have to pay to bring it back." And it was the Suki Mojado's family who gave us the $5,000 to pay for bringing the Frenzel lens back to the Highlands. And now it's one of their major exhibits at Twin Lights.
The RGC has maintained an active interest in Twin Lights, and it has been included in tours we hosted for GCA and zone meetings. In 2009, the Civic Committee oversaw a competition to landscape Rumson's new Borough Hall. A design by Diane Guidone and Lee Coleman was selected and installed. The Borough Hall now houses the RGC archives.